Kristoff St. John, ladies, I know y'all know him. He's an Emmy Award-winning actor and producer, starring for a number of years, The Young and the Restless. But guess what? He has a new documentary out that really is generating lots of attention. It's very provocative. It's about a man who is the leader of the world's largest cult. I talked with Kristoff St. John when I was in Los Angeles about the documentary and how personal it is for him. Check this out. You are going around the country with this amazing documentary that is extremely personal to you. Share for our audience exactly the story behind this, this really riveting but scary story.
It is a scary story, and I'd like to promote it by saying expose the truth and warn the people. And this is a project that's 34 years in the making. This was shot in 1980, my father being a blaxploitation icon and star. Back in the late 60s, early 70s. He starred in Shaft with Richard Roundtree. He got his own deal together with a film called Top of the Heap. And he decided, and my stepmom, that they wanted to do a documentary on a man that we had been following. We were Hindu for quite some time, and this man who lives in the south of India, who calls himself an avatar, who calls himself a god, was sitting in a little tiny village, population 3,000. And so we got on a plane, jumped the plane, got to Puttaparthi, which is the village, and sat at this man's feet. And while we're there, I'm 14 years old, and I start investigating. I start researching. I'm looking at different things going, that's not right, this is not right, what's going on? Meanwhile, I'm just trying to get back to the States to go to Mickey D's and get back to 9th grade. And my parents, who were so caught up, they weren't seeing it, they weren't recognizing it. And so my job as a young man was to inform them about subjects that I was looking at very closely. Corruption, deception, money laundering, murder, things that were happening behind the curtain, sort of like Wizard of Oz. And so ultimately, we had 20 hours of footage that we shot on 16mm, and we came back to the States and we put it away in a vault, and it sat there cold, temperature controlled for many, many years. And finally, we got it out and we started cutting it, and this is what we have. We have a documentary that exposes what this particular man, and his name is Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba to be exact. Again, he calls himself an avatar. He calls himself the father of Jesus Christ. Yo, that's a huge claim, and something that we all have to take note of and look at, because cults are alive and well in this country. And it's up to us to go and investigate, research it, and then disseminate the information about why it's not good to be a part of it.
Tomorrow, part 2 of my discussion with Kristoff St. John, and he discusses the horrifying personal abuse that he suffered in this cult. You don't want to miss that. That's tomorrow on News One Now. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to go to news1.com for more stories and updates. You can also check me out at RolandSMartin.com or follow me on Twitter at RolandSMartin. Tonight is Scandal Night. We'll discuss it tomorrow. Roland Martin, holla!